So I was talking to Edna one day, and I said, you remember the old Morton Street Pier? Oh, yeah, hon, I remember that pier. Remember, we used to go sit on the end of the pier. There were none of these goddamn railings, you know, we could sit at the end of the pier. Remember, there were no benches. We just went and sat. And big chunks of the pier would fall in the river, and nobody cared. It was really great. I said, yeah, I remember, I love that old Morton Street Pier. She said, yeah, I was sitting at the end one day, you know, and this ship went by, it was the France. She said, remember those beautiful smokestacks? Red and black, they were great, it was gorgeous. I wanted to dive in the river, I wanted to go with it. And it's not like these clunkers they got now, these playpens for adults. You know, this was a liner. I wanted to go. I said, take me with you. And a voice behind me says, hey, I'll take you anywhere you want. Oh. I said, yeah, tell me about this, Edna. She said, let me tell you, this guy was a cute. We hooked up. We hooked up for a few years. You know what? He liked to do what I like to do. He loved the city. So we would, you know, we would just go places. We'd spend all night. We'd walk all night. We'd go up to Orchard Beach. We'd go to Orchard Beach, you know, up there in the Bronx. We'd go up there at dawn. We'd watch the sun come up over Long Island Sound. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. She said sometimes we would go and we'd spend all night on the Staten Island Ferry going back and forth. You know, like that poet? You know that poet, Edna, St. Vincent Millay? She's got a house in the village. You ever see those tour groups? They go by there. They're always talking about Edna, St. Vincent Millay, the poet. They never tell the tour groups, you know, about who she was screwing. Everybody in the village, man, women, you know. So, yeah, I know that history. I know that. So we went back and forth on the ferry. You know her poem about that. That's up in the ferry terminal. When you come off the ferry, that's her poem up there. Well, we did it too. I love this guy. He was really cool. We had a great time. We used to go to the Flower District. Remember the old Flower District? You go up there, and the whole place smelled like Hawaii. We'd go up there at 4 o'clock in the morning when they were unloading the trucks. You know, it just smelled beautiful. And they used to sell us stuff, you know, because, I mean, it was only, you know, like wholesale, but those guys, if you talk to them, they would, you know, sell you something. I remember one Valentine's Day, we went up there, and I bought my boyfriend an anthurium, you know, those flowers? They're like hearts, because he had my heart. And he bought me a big, great big, what are those things? Bird of paradise, because he was paradise for me. I mean, I just love this guy. He was a character. And I'm thinking, takes one to know one. Takes one to know. She said, you know, I had this time, one time in the village, this was years ago, hon. There was this group. They was from Papua New Guinea. I don't even know where it is, but there were these dancers, and they're up at the Museum of Natural History up there. And so I happened to be going up there. I was like going to see the dinosaurs or something. I don't know. You know, we had a lot of time in the old days. In the 70s, nobody worked, so because nobody paid any rent because you know. So we had time. So I'm up there and I'm walking around, and I see, you know, Papua New Guinea, these dancers, and there's this guy. He's this American guy. Brought him over. So I went up schmoozing with him because that's what I like to do. I said, yeah, I know that. You know. She said, so I said to him, is there anything they want? I mean, I would get, you know, and the guy says, well, no, we got what we need, you know, but there's something they want, but you wouldn't have it. And I said, listen, honey, this is New York City, 24/7, anything you want, what do they need? And he says to me, betel nuts. Betel nuts, you know, the stuff you chew, makes your teeth black and your gums red and it gets you a little bit high. He says that to me, he says, but you won't have it in the city. And I said, you know what? I know where I can get that. I'll bet. So I went back. I got in the C train and came down to Carmine Street. Because there's this store that was there. It used to be on Carmine before Carmine became fancy. It was Carmine Street. It was called Aphrodisia. And Joanne had all these herbs. So I went in. I said, Joanne, do you happen to have betel nuts? She says, yeah, sure. I said, give me a bag. She says, they're dry. I said, I don't care. It's fine. So I took the betel nuts back to the guy, you know. I said, here, give this to your dancers. He was astounded. I said, it's New York, honey. We got everything 24/7. You just gotta know where. That's my friend Edna.